So my name's Donnie Koonce. I'm from Charlotte, North Carolina, and I went to the University of North Carolina at Charlotte. Optometry has always been a part of my life. My mom's an optometrist, so I kind of grew up around the optometry world, and I always loved seeing how she interacted with her patients, and she would see patients from the time they were born all the way to the time where they're bringing their own kids with her or to her for their exams, and I really love that aspect about optometry. SEO stood out just because on interview day, I fell in love with the city of Memphis. I fell in love with the facilities at SEO. It was a place I could see myself living as a young adult and really like flourishing. So I was really blown away with the Theory and Methods lab, how just the sheer amount of lanes that they have for the students, the fact that especially as a first year, everyone gets like a giant locker room right next to the lab, right next to their teacher, so everything's centralized. If you feel lost or like you need to go to office hours or something, everything's like all in one place. And then on the clinic side, I was really just blown away by how large the clinic is, the amount of technology that we have there, from OCTs to B scans to visual fields and fundus autofluorescence and angiography. All that kind of equipment was just like amazing to just kind of see just laid out, and to know that we'll be able to interact with that stuff as students was really cool. So with the Eye Center, just the sheer amount of patients that you see, we have, I think it's like 2,600 encounters by the time we graduate, something along those lines. It might be a little bit down because of COVID, but it's definitely a large number. You'll see anything from like diabetic retinopathy to hypertensive retinopathy. SEO being located in the Bible Belt, you'll see a lot of those kind of chronic diseases that will lead to some type of retinopathy. So we'll be able to see those kinds of patients, learn how to treat it, just get really familiar with that kind of population, which you wouldn't really have the chance to do elsewhere in some other schools. I personally love my class of 2024. I think that we have a diverse student population. I think that it's amazing to have people from all walks of life, from everywhere around the United States. I made friends with someone from Canada. There's people from North Dakota. I never thought I'd meet anyone from like North or South Dakota, but the class is very welcoming. We did come during the COVID time, so when we got to Memphis, a lot of the social activities in the city were kind of shut down. So we kind of took it upon ourselves to form almost like social bubbles between each other. And so I grew close with the 10 to 12 people that lived in my apartment complex. And it's just really cool to have like movie nights or game nights with friends and to just meet a whole bunch of people that I would never think I would have the experience to meet. So I love how welcoming the staff is at SEO, whether it's from Miss Joyce like greeting you when you walk in the front door, or the janitors like saying hi as they clean up and they're walking by. It's just like a very friendly environment, and it feels like everybody is kind of in this together. Everyone's looking out for each other. They'll know if you have like an exam week, they're like, hey, did you get some sleep tonight? Or make sure you get some rest like this weekend, or are you doing all right? And they'll just like stop and talk to you, which I feel like I just love the vibe and the energy that everyone has here. As a prospective student, if you were to choose SEO, you would choose it because of, one, the faculty, two, the amount of technology, how the school's state of the art, your amount of patient encounters, the patient population that you see. It's something unique to SEO. And then for me, when I interviewed, my big takeaway was like the whole city as a whole, because you are in professional school, so you're a professional now, you're not just a student. I think that there's ample opportunity to network in Memphis. There's also there's kind of like a social scene. You can go to sports games, you can go to the Memphis Grizzly games or the Redbird games, or you can do like city intramurals, and there's just such an ample opportunity to kind of like get ingrained in the city and really grow and become that professional, that young adult that you want to be. And that's something that I feel like SEO provides a unique opportunity for you to do.